A most pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. Welcome inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome to the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. Coming up, an ACCHL Men's Division II regular season matchup between the visiting UNC-Wilmington Seahawks and the Delaware Blue Hens. Delaware 1-2 in Northern Virginia last weekend at the ACC Showcase. One of the two defeats came to this Wilmington team, who comes into Newark 11-1-0 on the season. So a tough task awaiting the Blue Hens, trying to find some new momentum as Bob Stroik makes his first head coaching appearance in front of a Fred Rust Arena crowd here this afternoon. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box. Trey Wright, our assistant producer and videographer, holding down the fort behind the scenes, just a few minutes away from puck drop here in the first state for the first half of a DHN doubleheader today. Coming up later tonight, Salesianum and the Haverford School. That game slated for 9 o'clock. As far as this one goes, fourth appearance between the pipes for Nick Waugh for the Blue Hens, 1-2 on the year, with a .475 goals against average at a save percentage of .874. Brian Kramer and Brendan Stam will be joined on the first line tonight by Jerry DiStefano, the freshman out of Wilmington, Delaware. 1 goal in 7 games played so far this season, as Chris Sager moves back to the second line, where he'll be alongside Leighton DeMasters and Owen McManus. So a bit of a shuffling of the line combinations on the Delaware side looking to improve from 5-13-1, just past the midpoint of their regular season. As far as UNC-Wilmington is concerned, Colin Roberts, Carter Doherty, and Chris Lawson, the starting forward combination. Carter Doherty leading this team with 10 goals on the year. Forward Zach Owens on the second line with 10 assists in addition to 4 goals. That puts him in the lead as far as overall points. Biagio Pepe and Lucas Moses both with 13 points, so the offensive productivity pretty well spread out for the Seahawks so far this season. Between the pipes, we'll see Mitch Weimer making just his second appearance this year, 1-0-0 on the season with a 4.00 goals against average and a save percentage of .892. We will take a quick pause here on the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. When we come back, we'll head inside the glass for today's opening introductions.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Hockey fans, good evening, and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Atlantic Coast Collegiate Hockey League present a Men's Division II regular season meeting between the visiting University of North Carolina Wilmington Seahawks and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting UNC-Wilmington Seahawks, starting in goal, number 29, Mitch Weimer. On defense, number 4, Kai Levy. And number 20, Logan Neal. At left wing, number 44, Carter Doherty. At right wing, number 2, Chris Lawson. And at center, number 17, Colin Roberts. And now let's meet the starting 6 for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal from Pasadena, Maryland, number 1, Nick Waugh. On defense, from Wayne, New Jersey, number 5, Josh Flaw. And from New City, New York, number 29, Danny Downey. Starting at left wing from Wilmington, Delaware, number 16, Jerry DiStefano. At right wing from Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, number 14, Brian Kramer. And starting at center from Dedham, Massachusetts, number 11, Brendan Stan. Your Delaware Blue Hens are coached by Bob Stroik and Dylan Green. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Rob Savastano and Brent Kendall, and linespeople Tony, the management, Armetta, and James Mandel. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Set for Friday night hockey in the first state. Nick Waugh making his fourth appearance in a Blue Hen sweater, former Philadelphia Little Flyer, former Cincinnati Junior Cyclone as well. 1-2 on the year with a .475 goals against average at a save percentage of .874. Mitch Weimer's second start of the year, decked out in UNC-Wilmington Navy. That teal green hem, white numbers on the back and sleeves. The Seahawk logo emblazoned on the front. Delaware wearing those yellow to white gradient B positive sweaters. White numbers on the back and sleeves. God help us all with the player identification. As the warm-up pucks are collected, linesperson Tony Armetta calls for a game puck, and we'll be ready to rock and roll here momentarily with Roberts and Stam meeting for the opening faceoff. Puck is down, and off we go in the first state. Kai Levy inside his own line, plays the puck across to D partner Logan Neal. This is lofted up the middle. It was batted down by Doherty just above the Delaware blue line. Referee Rob Savastano saying it was not played by a high stick, so the puck remains in motion, and out of a two-a-side battle in the near corner, the Delaware Blue Hens gain control. Flom leaves this to Downey. He tried to float it up the near side to Kramer beyond his reach. It is picked up by DiStefano, thrown in from distance. He got the shot away. Weimer directs the puck to the far wall. This comes back to Downey, holding the Delaware line. Hens change. Downey putting on the brakes just over center and letting this puck go deep into the UNC-Wilmington zone. So fresh legs on all round for the Blue Hens, and a puck over the glass out of play gives us our first stoppage. Face-off coming in the Wilmington zone after the puck was cleared into the bench area. No, it's going to be spotted just above the Wilmington blue line with 52 seconds elapsed in opening period action from Fred Rust Arena. As mentioned, Bob Stroik taking over as head coach of this Delaware Blue Hens men's Division II team as of a week and a half ago. Walking in and shooting was Biagio Pepe. Found the wrong side of the net. Waugh didn't have to move a muscle, and here comes a 2-on-3 the other direction. After a decade and a half at the helm, this Delaware men's Division II team parting ways with the only head coach they'd ever known in Vince Falkowski, who, a UD Hockey Hall of Fame member, led this squad to well over 200 wins in his time behind the bench. Puck is gloved down by Moses, taken away. Fed by Variale back to the left point. This thrown in by Buckman after Starr protected the opposite side. Nassoy's got time and space to corral a loose puck in his own zone for UNC-Wilmington, but he runs into traffic trying to cut past center red, and Chris Sager pushes the puck back into the Wilmington end. We're 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the proceedings here tonight at Fred Rust Arena, and Logan Neal leads the rush up the middle, slowed up at the blue line by the reaching stick of Buckman. He leaves the puck back deep into his own zone. Advance to Variale. He tried to shoot from just inside the line after Starr's transition pass forward. And here comes a 2-on-2 for the Seahawks. Backhand chance from Levy on the doorstep. Caught and held by Waugh for a pause. With 2 minutes and 44 seconds behind us. The face-off's going to come out to his right. Fresh legs on for the Blue Hens. And on at the right wing right now for UNC-Wilmington, Philadelphian Noam Nassimi, who in his youth days played for the Snyder hockey program. We've gotten to know Noam a little bit over the past few years, and just a terrific human being. And hopefully family able to see him in action live here this weekend as the Seahawks make the 9-hour trip up from New Hanover County to Newcastle County. Waugh holding his ground, a flurry of activity in front of him. And a cross check is signaled against the Blue Hens. 3 minutes and 19 seconds in. Plank heading off. PK time for the Delaware side. This PK could be brought to you, well, by you. Sponsorship opportunities are available. To learn more, email mjr at 412communications.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 25, Andrew Plank. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 3 minutes, 19 seconds in the first period. Plank 2 for cross-checking at 3:19. Neal works this across the line to Moses. The net front feed from Roberts intended for Doherty, never connected. Moses steps up to the top of the circle. Shot from 35 feet was blocked by Engelman, but he got it back. And Mielcerek sends this puck clear from right in front of the Delaware net. Both sides change. Weimer steadies. Neal pulls back behind the Wilmington cage. Zach Owens wearing number 11. Crashing in close was Levy. Unable to finish on the doorstep as Waugh holds for the pause. Fifth shot. For this Wilmington team, face-off coming to the left of Nick Waugh, doing well to hold his ground in the early stages of this hockey game. 47 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Seahawks. Kai Levy to Corey Levy. Kai, one-timer. Tipped in close, caught and held by Waugh for the pause. And the Seahawks control the face-off near side. Levy double-teamed. Could not cleanly feed to Tabraham. Centering pass from the near corner, nobody home. And Aiden Starr sends the puck clear. We've hit the 5-minute mark of the first period. No score between the Seahawks and the Blue Hens as yet, as Zach Owens leads the race back in to the Delaware end. Hens back to full strength. Pepe off the cross slot feed from Corey Levy. Couldn't connect on the close range one-timer. No icing against the Hens, as both Wagner and Kai Levy in position to play the puck as it approached the goal line. Long clear hacked back by Flom, chipped by Polchlepek up the near boards. Olensky leaves this to Variale, who throws it in from center into the far corner of the UNC-Wilmington end. Point just held successfully by Delaware's Josh Flom as we work to 6 minutes completion in the first period of this 0-0 game. Kai Levy turning a tight circle. Now pulls back behind his own net. Turning up the forechecking pressure there for Delaware was Olensky. Olensky back at center. Throws the puck in behind the Wilmington goal. Enough time for a line change for the Blue Hens off that failed Seahawk breakout. Maresco does the same, enabling a changing of the guard for the Seahawks. And Waugh covers for the pause with 13 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the first. No score from Fred Rust Arena. Some Philly sound in this intermission, this stoppage, I should say, as the dulcet tones of the OJs fill Fred Rust Arena. Cuddy with the carom, Waugh with the steady, Mielcerek caroms the puck back up the left wing boards where Oginski works it across to Plank near side. Plank in a one-on-one. His shot was rushed under pressure from the back checking Neal and was well off its mark. Mielcerek pulls back to his own line to recover for the home team. Oginski fans on the puck. He takes two-ply pressure. And this is now walked forward by Joey Engelman. Just over the blue line, into the corner. Centering pass and a hard shot in the mid-slot from Delaware's Brady Morrow. Sent skittering wide. Trying to clear was Lawson. Neal will work the puck forward up the left wing boards. He gained the center line before dumping in for a changing of the guard as we near 8 minutes. Completion of the first period. No score from Fred Rust Arena. Shot 6-1 in favor of UNC-Wilmington. First goal of the game goes to Nolan Tabraham. A rocket from the point. 7:52 in. And it's 1-0 Seahawks. Watching it once again here on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. It was Tabraham from Moses. Good for his 4th of the season. But the Seahawks draw first blood. UNC-Wilmington goal. His 4th of the season. Scored by number 14, Nolan Tabraham. Assisted by number 75, Lucas Moses. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 50 seconds in the first period. Tabraham's 4th from Moses at 7:50. Brendan Stamm trying to foil the breakout of the Seahawks. Driving the puck back into UNC-Wilmington territory. That goes way up into the protective net, or up into the rafters rather, and out of play. Eleven and a half minutes to go. Here in opening period action. Face-off coming just above the Delaware blue line. This momentarily went the Blue Hens' way as Chris Sager tried to advance up the far wall. But Noam Nassimi presses play back into the Delaware end. Buckman up the right side. Could not connect cleanly with McManus. That pass broken up by Kai Levy. And in come the Seahawks trying for a second. Icing waved off by linesperson James Mandel. Puck chased down to the near corner by Leighton DeMasters. A poke check from Nassimi. Breaks up his momentum. And the Seahawks clear back as far as the Delaware blue line. Downey pressured by Nassimi. Tried to find McManus just over the blue line. Puck taken away by Corey Levy and carried back into the Delaware zone. Sager recovers, slowed up by the reaching stick of Andrew Rodabaugh. And here we go. Some post-whistle jawing and pushing and shoving and quick intervention from the quartet in stripes. Doesn't look like we're going to have any further adjudication here. We're going to stay 5-on-5. Olensky and Graves take the far circle draw as we wind our way to midway through the first period. Seahawks leading the Blue Hens 1-0. Downey jumped to glove the puck down more or less at the blue line. Seahawks did clear the zone, but they've got to try again on the breakout. This pass up the left wing boards from Logan Neal sailed beyond the reach of Maresco, but icing was waved off by Armetta. Olensky failed to clear. Cuddy held the right point. Cross-ice pass broken up by Polchlepek. He couldn't walk through traffic. Long shot blockered away by Waugh to the near corner, where a two-a-side battle develops just beyond the halfway stage of the opening period. This puck off the stick of Logan Neal is directed up into the netting and out of action with 9:36 to go in the first period. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. That's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The law office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664. That's LONG, or visit injuryde.com. Roberts jamming the puck into the pads of Waugh net front, found himself outnumbered by Blue Hens. Roberts leaves this high to Cuddy, launched in from distance, he scores. Chris Cuddy unwinds. From the top of the zone, his first of the year, and the Seahawks have made this a 2-0 hockey game. Roberts with the helper. Seahawks establishing the tone in their favor right from the get-go. And they've made this a 2-0 contest just beyond midway through the first period. All right, now we're ready to restart. After a somewhat lengthy conversation between Rob Savastano and Bob Stroik. And your guess is good as mine as far as the particulars go. Here's Pepe walking in, backhand up over the glass and out. UNC-Wilmington goal, his first of the season. Scored by number 7, Christopher Cuddy. Assisted by number 17, Colin Roberts, and number 2, Chris Lawson. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 53 seconds in the first period. Cuddy's first from Roberts and Lawson at 10:53. Delaware's shot was deflected over the glass and out of play with 8:40 to go. And we've got the particulars on that Wilmington goal for you right there. In the top left corner of your monitor. Whether you're joining us on your laptop, on your smartphone, on your TV, we've seen people do. However you're viewing this Blue Hens Seahawks game tonight, we are certainly glad to have you with us here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Moses, confronted by DeMasters, gets some help from Wagner, and now pushing the puck clear was Nasoy. Advanced by Tabraham to Pepe, putting on the brakes. Right at the Delaware blue line, trying to draw Buckman out of position, but to no avail. This comes back to Wagner. Stretched ahead by Tabraham. Levy couldn't handle the puck just over the blue line. He directs it in behind the Delaware goal. And the Blue Hen counterattack is stunted as Polchlepek is met right at the line by Logan Neal. Cuddy, the second goal scorer for the Wilmington Seahawks, circles behind his own net. This is advanced by Owens into neutral territory, and the whistle of Rob Savastano sounds with 7 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the first period. Polchlepek off for a trip. And back to the penalty kill go the Blue Hens. Face-off coming to the left. of Nick Waugh. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 17, Hubert Polchlepek. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes, 37 seconds in the first period. Polchlepek 2 for tripping at 12:37. Waugh freezes for the pause from the long shot. Moses trying to drive in, cross-slot pass, and a shot from Roberts high and wide. The one-timer from 20 feet didn't connect. Roberts winding up again, trying to set up Lawson on the welcome mat. Puck skips back to the near boards. Holding the point is Neal. Moses leaves this back behind the cage where the twos converge. Mielcerek and Lawson tied up, and Carter Doherty maintains Seahawk momentum with 6.5 minutes to go in the first period. 1:05 remaining on the Polchlepek tripping minor at a 2-0 Seahawks lead. Neal, Moses at the near dot bobbled the puck. Mielcerek pouncing. He, along with Engelman, holding back the back end of this penalty kill with Olensky and Variale. The forwards on currently, trying to kill another 38 seconds of the Hubert Polchlepek tripping minor. Moses took aim from 35 feet. He tried to go top shelf on Waugh, but cleared the crossbar. Lawson, hassled in the near corner. Olensky digs the puck free and plays it behind the net. He tried to feed to Variale, but that pass was broken up by Roberts. Moses again, holding the left point. Getting the puck in deep, 15 seconds to go. On this man advantage for the Seahawks, and a hard shot from Logan Neal was waffle boarded down and away by Waugh. Good for save number 11 on 13 shots faced. And Delaware are back to full strength as Hubert Polchlepek races back to the bench. And racing up the left wing boards was Lucas Moses, getting a shot away from the left point and a stick save from Nick Waugh. Directs the puck out of harm's way. Michael Buckman gave it away in low. Unable to connect on the welcome mat was Bowman Graves. Here come the Hens in numbers. First penalty of the game against the Seahawks coming with 4 minutes and 53 seconds to go in period number 1. And Bowman Graves is ruled off for a slash. So our first Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play of the night begins right here. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities, including his brand new membership program at desportsmed.com. UNC-Wilmington penalty was assessed to number 71, Bowman Graves. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 7 seconds in the first period. Graves 2 for slashing at 15:07. Puck went out of play in the UNC-Wilmington zone. Hens trying to set up on the offensive. Polchlepek working behind the net to Olensky. Back to Polchlepek this comes. He plays the carom shot around the left half boards and Chris Sager. There's Polchlepek again. Sager across the line, tried to set up Aiden Starr, but he bobbled the puck and he's forced to draw back inside his own blue line to reset. If you're having trouble making out the numbers on the Delaware sweaters, you are not alone. fluky Wilmington goal, 16:02. Into the first period as Kai Levy pots his fourth. Of the year. And we're going to see right now how that materializes, cleared from just beyond center. And Kai Levy all alone on that one, giving UNC-Wilmington a 3-0 lead. UNC-Wilmington goal, his fourth of the season. Scored by number 4, Kai Levy. Time of the unassisted shorthanded goal, 16 minutes, 2 seconds in the first period. Kai Levy's fourth unassisted, a shorthanded goal at 16:02. Stam working below the cage. Puck comes up to Engelman. Shot from the top of the circle. Deflected up into the netting and out of play with 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go. In the first period of a 3-0 game advantage, UNC-Wilmington, and 3 seconds remaining on the Bowman-Graves slashing minor. So, yeah, if you're having trouble reading the Delaware numbers from wherever you are, know that you are not alone. We've had to break out the binoculars to make at least some effort of tracking play in Seahawk territory. Plank centering pass, trying to put the puck on a T net front for Brady Morrow, but ultimately to no avail. Here's Nick D'Andrea. Backhand shot was wide, looked like Waugh got a piece of it though. This was thrown in from the point by Rodabaugh. D'Andrea couldn't finish on the welcome mat. Levy back to his own line. D'Andrea touch pass, chased down by Bowman-Graves, but he couldn't reel the puck in before Downey turned it the other direction. Here a long shot from D'Andrea into the Waugh pads as we come to the final 2 minutes of the first period of a 3-0 hockey game. Brady Morrow, centering pass, and the shot from Oginski was off its mark. Battle for the rebound in low. Here's Oginski again, trying to set up Kramer on the welcome mat, and he scores. Brian Kramer puts the Hens on the board with 95 seconds to go in the first period. Now a 3-1 contest. Oginski with the centering pass. Off the plank feed. And for Brian Kramer, that's his 7th of the year. Giving the Blue Hens their first of the evening. Delaware goal, his 7th of the season. Scored by number 14, Brian Kramer. Assisted by number 21, Evan Oginski, and number 25, Andrew Plank. Time of the goal, 18 minutes, 25 seconds in the first period. There is 1 minute remaining in the period. Recapping by rule, Kramer's 7th from Oginski and Plank at 18:25. .49 to go in this first period as Waugh holds on for the pause. Shot 17-9 in favor of UNC-Wilmington, who've got an attacking zone draw coming up and a 2-goal advantage to try to pad. Nasoy pursues. Sager throws the puck into the bench area and out of action. D-zone draw coming up. For the Blue Hens, and they fail to clear. Sager pickpockets Neal, race on for the puck. Neal caught up to Sager, trying to backhand it from the slot was McManus. Net front scrum, and here we go. Everybody's got a dance. Delaware players. And Lucas Moses has just been shown the gate. All right. So Particulars coming. And somebody will need to serve the major being assessed to Moses. At least that's what we've got. Maybe a clerical error here. Somebody's got 5 in a game. It is Neal getting the 5 in a game for face mask. And now we've got the particulars. Here we go. UNC-Wilmington penalty. Number 75, Lucas Moses, 2 minutes for roughing. Number 20, Logan Neal, 5 minutes for grabbing the face mask and a game misconduct. Delaware penalties, number 19, Owen McManus, and number 28, Chris Sager, 2 minutes each for roughing. Time of the penalties, 19 minutes, 34 seconds in the first period. Moses, 2 for roughing. Neal, 5 for grabbing the face mask plus a game misconduct. McManus and Sager, 2 each for roughing. Time of the penalties, 19:34 in the first period. Play will resume 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes of action. And then with 1 minute and 34 seconds elapsed in the second period, Delaware will have 3 minutes of a power play played under the rules of a major power play. And if that weren't confusing enough, try reading the numbers on the Delaware sweaters tonight. Yes, Andrew McDonough B Positive Foundation, a terrific cause that we are very dear to here at Fred Rust Arena, but trying to read white numbers on yellow sweaters, I don't think I'd even wish that on Trey Wright. Trey happens to be our videographer and assistant producer tonight, and beyond grateful to have him on the 412 crew. 4-on-4 for the resumption of play. Hopefully no further issue taking us to the end of the first period, as Corey Levy and Brendan Stam line up. The far circle face-off in the Wilmington zone. Puck is down, 4-on-4, commences. Kai Levy racing up the left wing boards. Carries the puck out of his own beyond the reach of Kramer. He's slowed up right at the blue line by Mulsarek. 10 seconds to go in the first period. Winding up, Owens. Setting up Corey Levy instead after faking the shot. Kai Levy last chance. Will not go. That does it for the first period. The score at the end of 20 minutes. UNC-Wilmington 3, Delaware 1. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the first intermission.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Ready for period number 2, 3-1 through 20. Advantage UNC-Wilmington. And we are 4-on-4 to begin second period play. Seahawks out shooting Delaware. 17-10 through the first 20 minutes of action. And controlling the opening draw as we commence period 2. 4 aside for roughly a minute and a half. Levy dodges a check from Stam. He advances the puck to Doherty, but it is taken away and brought back into the Delaware zone by Downey. Flom lets this go. Roberts recovers just over the line. And the entry of Doherty is onside. Jamming the puck into the pads was Colin Roberts, denied by Nick Waugh. Stam backhands the rebound out, setting up a 2-on-1 for the Hens. Flom cutting for the net. The Kramer shot from point blank range was high and wide. Back this comes to Joey Engelman. Leighton DeMasters took aim. From the top of the near circle, stick save by Weimer, keeping this a 3-1 game. DeMasters outnumbered by Seahawks from all sides. 20 seconds to go to the 4-on-4. And then the Hens will head to a Delaware Sports Medicine power play for a good 3 minutes as a result of the face mask major assessed to Logan Neal with 26 seconds to go in the first period. So the Delaware Sports Medicine power play begins right now. Learn more at desportsmed.com. Here's Leighton DeMasters up the right dots. In traffic, shot was blocked in close. Weimer trying to cover, couldn't control the puck. DeMasters holding it in to Engelman, around to the top of the right circle, and Buckman. DeMasters top the shot from 35 feet. Puck skitters just over the line. Variale plays it back up the far side. Olensky could not maintain the Blue Hens' momentum, and this is cleared. If you're just joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, Blue Hens in their B Positive Foundation third sweaters, traveling right to left here in the second period, and God help us reading these white numbers on those yellow sweaters. UNC-Wilmington and navy white and teal moving left to right. Starr protecting the point, winding up, and he scores! So the Hens get one back off the stick of Aiden Starr. The Virginia native potting his third goal of the season and making this a 3-2 game. Ruled tipped by Kramer in front. So the goal will instead be Kramer's 8th, if indeed that's the case. This play is halted with 16:35 to go in the second period, and we've got a man down. Looks like Levy's going to go. The question is, what's the severity? So the goal is indeed ruled to Brian Kramer. And Kai Levy's going to be rung up for boarding, giving us just over a minute of 5-on-3 hockey. Prime opportunity for the Blue Hens to get back on level pegging. Delaware goal, his 8th of the season and 2nd of the game. Scored by number 14, Brian Kramer. Assisted by number 12, Aiden Starr. Time of the goal, 2 minutes 47 seconds in the second period. Kramer's 8th, 2nd of the game from Starr at 2:47. It was a power play goal. UNC-Wilmington penalty was assessed to number 4, Kai Levy, 2 minutes for boarding. Time of the penalty, 3 minutes 25 seconds in the second period. Levy 2 for boarding at 3:25. 4 minutes in to the second period. In come the Hens on the offensive. The shot from Stam off the setup from DeMasters was turned aside. Engelman crosses the blue line. He flips the puck to his right where it's picked up and now walked in by Buckman. Back it comes to Engelman at the point across to Stam near side. To DeMasters. Back to Engelman. Stam working in low. Kendall bit one off the play. We hope Trey Wright got a good look at it. Meanwhile, the shot from Bowman Graves the other direction was just off its mark. We're down to 5-on-4 as the Blue Hens managed one power play goal on the major penalty assessed Logan Neal. 3-on-2, Sager leaves this to Polchlepek. And a glove save from Mitch Weimer brings us a pause in play with 14:52 to go in period number 2. Absolutely worth another look. Here it comes again on the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay. Cat-like reflexes from Mitch Weimer, reaching up for the glove save, and he held on for the stoppage in play. Downey could not hold the point, and Graves presses him along with Fleming back deep into the Delaware zone. Brady Morrow crosses to the right dots. We're back to full strength. 5.5 minutes into the second. Morrow slowed up by the reaching stick of Levy. Oginski shoved off the puck by Cuddy in the near corner. Oginski shoulder rather takes a hip check into the near boards, and Kai Levy walks forward. Hand pass called by James Mandel. Face-off back at center for the restart. Controlled by the Seahawks, who've seen their 3-0 lead cut to a single goal. This will come back in icing. with exactly 14 minutes to go in the second period. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch. Or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Seahawks gain control in their own end. Cuddy steers the puck away from the forechecking Brian Kramer. It is played by Lawson up the right wing boards. Icing waved off by the management. Flom plays this back across to defensive partner C.J. Mielsarik. The advancing pass intended for DeStefano didn't connect. Lawson dropped pass the other way. Didn't find the stick of Carter Doherty. Here's Doherty walking back in up the middle to Roberts. Shot! Score! And so the Seahawks get one back. With 13 and change to go in the second period, Colin Roberts potting his 6th of the year. And it's now 4-2 UNC-Wilmington. Watching this again. On the 4-1-2 instant replay. Roberts now with 6 on the year. Doherty and Kai Levy with the helpers. The Seahawks with a little bit more breathing room now as we work our way to the halfway stage of the contest. UNC-Wilmington goal. His 6th of the season. Scored by number 17, Colin Roberts. Assisted by number 44, Carter Doherty, and number 4, Kai Levy. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 53 seconds in the second period. Roberts' 6th from Doherty and Levy at 6:53. Wagner could not clear. Sager's shot was just off its mark, crossing to the near post. Weimer with the save. Nasoy could not clear. Moses trails back to gain some space from Sager. He just clears the zone. And Pepe wrestles the puck away from Engelman in neutral ice. Pepe's stick handles, pursued by a host of Blue Hens deep in the Delaware end, waiting for the other Seahawks to change. Onze centering pass to Pepe, got stick on puck but couldn't generate the shot. Levy to Levy up the left side. It was Kai to Corey, but ultimately they'll have to try again as the Hens clear back to center. Kai Levy pressured by Starr. Karams the puck in behind the goal. Noam Nassimi, the Philadelphian. To Onze. Shooting from the right point was Rodabaugh. Stick save by Waugh. Keeping this a 4-2 game. This was called an icing, but referee Brent Kendall very quickly pointing to center. saying nope. Not the case, friends. This is going to come back to center. And now Rob Savastano getting an earful from the Seahawk coaching staff. Meanwhile, Kai Levy from behind his own goal works the puck ahead to Onze. Levy to Onze again after the Hens volleyed back through neutral territory. Winding up and shooting was Corey Levy, but off his mark from the top of the left circle. Here's Kai throwing it in. Off the stick of Rodabaugh, but another wide shot ends up on a Delaware stick, this time brought up the left wing boards by Josh Flom and pitched beyond the reach of Rodabaugh round about the Wilmington blue line. Flom threw the puck in traffic. It was blocked in close, and Andrew Rodabaugh works his way beyond center, enabling the dump and change for the Seahawks as Rodabaugh pursues the puck. He's joined in the near corner by Zach Onze. Plank coming in for the Blue Hens. We're past halfway in this 4-2 game, advantage UNC-Wilmington. Graves off the feed from Cuddy. Throws the puck behind the cage from distance. It's studied by D'Andrea in the near corner. D'Andrea, Maresco shot and score. Dylan Maresco with his second of the year and a pair of unanswered UNC-Wilmington goals. Have made this once again a 3-goal advantage for the Seahawks. UNC-Wilmington goal. His second of the season, scored by number 9, Dylan Maresco. Assisted by number 96, Nick D'Andrea, and number 71, Bowman Graves. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 52 seconds in the second period. Maresco's second from D'Andrea and Graves at 10:52. Here's Maresco again. Touch pass to the accelerating Graves after Cuddy turned the momentum from our left to our right. Long shot paddled offline by Waugh into the far corner. Maresco again! Denied from 15 feet by the Waugh paddle. Kai Levy holding the line. Throws the puck near side, high off the glass. Dylan Maresco caroms it behind the net. Stepping up in the left corner is Kai Levy, and he's met by a hip check from Delaware's Brian Kramer. Here's DeStefano working up the right wing boards. 2-on-2 for the Hens if they hurry. DeStefano taken into the far corner by Graves, separated from the puck. Here's Maresco the other way in tandem with D'Andrea. Maresco dipsy doodles his way in. Past the back checking Danny Downey, got a shot away, but it was sticked out of harm's way by Nick Waugh as we come to the final 8 minutes in the second. Stam flips the puck just over the blue line. Delaware changed, and this will be an icing. .7:43 to go in the second. UNC-Wilmington with a 5-2 advantage over the Delaware Blue Hens after Dylan Maresco gave the boys in blue one for the thumb. The takeaway in the high slot was courtesy McManus. But Roberts drives in up the right wing boards to reestablish attacking position for the Seahawks. Levy off the cross ice feed from Wagner, wide on the one-timer. Roberts working the far corner, surrounded by yellow sweaters. Roberts holding his ground. Doherty took aim from the left half wall, stepping up. Waugh answered with a pad save. Lawson throws a body on to Masters. And the Hens could not work past center after the failed breakout. Long Kai Levy shot was popped up in front by Waugh. And the Hens do clear. Stretch pass up the left wing boards beyond the reach of Sager. Turned the other way by Kai Levy. Pursued by Nasoy to no avail. Cuddy to Tabraham behind the net. This is walked forward by Moses up the right wing boards. Slowed up at the blue line by the reaching stick of Aiden Starr. Starr quickly turning direction but outnumbered upon gaining the Seahawks line, and he's stripped of the puck by Nolan Tabraham. In came Moses. Tabraham off the drop pass. Shot was wide. Cuddy tried to field the rebound, but it's taken away by Patrick Olensky up the right wing boards for Delaware. Olensky's shot batted down and forward by Weimer for save number 15 of the night. 5:45 to go in the second period of a 5-2 game advantage UNC-Wilmington over the Blue Hens from the University of Delaware. Levy's shot, that was Kai Levy taking aim from in close. Waugh with the save, but the rebound was contested in front of him. Now a two-side scrum developing in the near corner of the Delaware zone. Working the puck free was Nasoy for the Seahawks, but he's stripped of the vulcanized rubber by the other 26, Michael Buckman. And this is lobbed up the left wall by Olensky, back to center, picked up by Polchlepek. Walking it up the right side is Chris Sager. Rather, that was Vinny Variale. Slowed up in the far corner by Moses and ultimately separated from the puck as we enter the final 5 minutes of the second period. Wilmington with a 5-2 lead over Delaware. We're going to look at that one again, friends, as James Mandel is getting earfuls from Seahawks all round on that icing. Did he blow it prematurely is the question. Puck is set up ice. Oh, you can make a case either way on that. Not to be Switzerland here, but who gets to the puck first is the question. And in Mandel's estimation, that race goes to the Delaware player, and he makes that judgment at the top of the circle. So the icing will stand. DeStefano to Stam, taken away by Rodabaugh. Kramer recovers for the Blue Hens, but he's double-teamed at the far half wall and ultimately overpowered by Corey Levy. Levy tried to center to Onze, who couldn't get stick on puck. That cross-slot pass broken up, and Flom accelerates back up the middle to gain the Wilmington line. Drop pass to DeStefano. Bodied by Onze into the near boards. Flom gives way as Rodabaugh bodies him into the corner. Onze clears. Downey back deep in the Delaware zone. Volleys the puck across neutral ice, and it's returned by Nicholas Wagner the other direction. Downey and Nassimi tied up in the far corner of the Delaware end. Trying to dig the puck free is Brian Kramer. Stam offering support, walking through his Onze. So the Seahawks maintain possession and control in territory. Long shot from Wagner, denied by Waugh. Follow-up chance came off the stick of Nick D'Andrea. Just off the iron, and play is whistled dead. A cross-check signaled by Rob Savastano with 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the second period, and the guilty party is Josh Flom. So 16:37 into the second period. Back on the power play Go the Seahawks, trying to build on a 5-2 advantage. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 5, Josh Flom. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 37 seconds in the second period. Flom, 2 for cross-checking at 16:37. Antepenultimate minute of the second period upon us. UNC-Wilmington with a 5-2 lead over Delaware. Moses pressured by DeMasters. Levy gets a slash but maintains control as he circles behind the net. The breakout pass finds Doherty, but it was tipped by Engelman off its intended line and now picked up and cleared by Engelman up the far side, killing some precious time on this Wilmington power play, looking to extend their advantage to 4. Roberts met by Starr in the near corner. Coming to Roberts' aid is Biagio Pepe. Moses getting the puck back from Roberts. Shot from just inside the right dot, well off its intended mark. Puck ricochets back to center, where Kai Levy pulls back to his own blue line. And a fresh complement of forwards join him. This is going to come back an icing. Variale off the face-off win, trying to steamroll forward toward the Seahawks net, but was quickly outnumbered as he ran out of real estate. Onze up the right wing boards. Stripped of the puck. Variale puts the pressure on Levy. Back at the Wilmington blue line. Corey Levy steps in. He tries to shovel the puck in behind the cage. It's taken away by Buckman for Delaware, who are back to full strength with 80 seconds to go in the second period. Wall holds for the glove save with a minute 18 to go. 5-2 the tally still. UNC-Wilmington with the advantage, with much easier to read sweaters. And an attacking zone faceoff coming up with Bowman Graves in to take it across from Brendan Stam. Hens clear, chipping the puck off the glass near side was DeStefano. Wagner met in the near corner by a pair of Blue Hens. Wagner bats the puck beyond the reach of DeStefano. Final minute upon us in the second. Jerry DeStefano steered behind the cage by Wagner, who regains the puck but fails to clear. Downey held the point, but he gave it away to Maresco. The most recent of the Wilmington scorers, Dylan Maresco, leaves the puck behind his own net. Trying to push it free was D'Andrea. Back into neutral ice this comes. Maresco walking in and shooting. Stick save by Waugh, and he gathers the puck in. 33 seconds to go in the second period. Coming up later tonight on the Delaware Hockey Network, Salesianum hosting the Haverford School in Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League play. That game's slated for round about 9 p.m. tonight right here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Blue Hen fans, if you're looking tomorrow for Delaware Men's Division II against Montclair State, it will not be here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Our coverage tomorrow takes us to Class of 1923 Arena, where Drexel's Men's Division I team hosts Towson at 7:40 p.m. Followed then by Drexel Men's 2 versus Newman at 10:30. Home stretch of the second period. Quick shot from Doherty off the draw, off its mark. Final 5. Sager protecting the puck, and he'll let the second period tick to its end. Through 40 minutes, the score, UNC-Wilmington 5, Delaware 2. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the second intermission.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. And this man here, Mitch Weimer, more than holding up his end of the bargain for the UNC-Wilmington Seahawks. 16 saves on 18 shots, including this gorgeous glove save just beyond 5 minutes in the second period. Looking to backstop UNC-Wilmington to their 12th win in 13 games this season. Delaware 1-2 under new head coach Bob Stroik, with quite a mountain to climb in front of them as the puck is dropped by James Mandel to start the third period in Newark. Roberts with the takeaway off the failed clear from Downey. Lawson left the puck to Doherty. He couldn't backhand it into the path of Roberts, waiting net front. Tabraham holds the left point. Lawson takes a check of the far corner. Puck rolls to the near side, where Kramer winds up. And this will come back an icing. So after the icing, a puck played over the glass and out by Delaware led to another defensive zone face-off for the Blue Hens, and finally they work over their own blue line, and Owen McManus, off the cross-ice feed from Sager, advances into the Wilmington zone. This is recovered by Biagio Pepe. Played to his left, and Moses, who tried to backhand the puck toward the net. Nassau surrounded by yellow sweaters. The shot coming from Moses, caught and held by Waugh. So after save number 30, Nick Waugh sees the face-off coming to his left. And the Hens down 3, gain control. Milsarek plays the puck up the right wing boards. McManus met in the near corner by Rodabaugh. Could not maintain the Delaware momentum. Corey Levy the other way with a long shot well off its intended line. Milsarek and Nassimi converge in the near corner. Noam Nassimi, backhand shot. Waugh with the stop on the first, but he's overpowered on the second. And UNC-Wilmington get a fourth on the night. Zach Onze with the goal. And Nassimi's going to get credit for the assist. This coming 1:38 into the third period. So Onze's got his fifth. And Noam Nassimi getting his first point as a UNC-Wilmington Seahawk. UNC-Wilmington goal, his 5th of the season, scored by number 11, Zach Onze. Assisted by number 91, Noam Nassimi, recording his first ACHA point. Time of the goal, 1 minute 38 seconds in the 3rd period. Onze's 5th from Nassimi at 1:38. Last time Noam Nassimi was here, he was wearing number 4 and a Snyder Hockey orange sweater. Playing against the Delaware Junior Blue Hens in a DVHL contest. So familiar surroundings, to say the least, for Nassimi, scoring his first ACHA point. Center ice face-off to restart play with the puck over the glass. Fleming pressured by Doherty, could not clear. Flom pickpocketed. Lawson couldn't backhand the puck in close. Ran out of space at the bottom hash marks. 3 minutes have gone by in the 3rd period. Doherty checked off the puck. Flom could not clear. This was gloved down by DeStefano. Taken away from him. Walking in was Chris Lawson. Stripped to the vulcanized rubber in the slot by Brian Kramer, who was leveled by Doherty. And the Hens will dump and change. The deficit now standing at 4. As we work our way to the 4-minute juncture in the 3rd period. Lawson's long shot well off its intended target. Kramer to DeMasters the other direction. DeMasters' shot was blocked by Wagner. Puck is covered up by Weimer for a pause. Hens maintaining attacking position. McManus failed to fire in close. Wagner swats the puck beyond the reach of the pursuing Sager, and the Hens score. Owen McManus goes full send for his 3rd of the season. And the Hens get one back. Milsarek working the point. Launching the puck in close. And Owen McManus did the rest. Redirecting. The airborne rubber disc past Mitch Weimer to make this a 6-3 contest. Face-off following the stoppage, coming to the left of Weimer. He gave up his 3rd on 20 shots faced. Now he comes up with the save in close denying Olensky. We've got particulars on the goal. Here we go. Delaware goal, his third of the season. Scored by number 19, Owen McManus. Assisted by number 2, CJ Mielcerek. Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 19 seconds in the third period. McManus' third from Mielcerek at 4:19. Delayed penalty coming up against UNC-Wilmington. Extra attacker is on for the Hens. Buckman across the line. This taken away by Onze.
Doors closing.
And Nolan Tabraham's going to take the walk of shame. Holding the call with 14:15 to go. And it's Delaware's sports medicine power play time for the Blue Hens. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these guys or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to help you achieve personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more at desportsmed.com. UNC-Wilmington penalty assessed to number 14, Nolan Tabraham, 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes, 45 seconds in the third period. Tabraham 2 for holding at 5:45. Centering pass to Stam. It originated off the stick of Leighton DeMasters. Here's DeMasters. Taking aim off an Engelman setup. Shot was blocked. Puck is cleared into the netting and out of play. So action remains in the Wilmington zone. Kramer wound up off the cross-ice feed from Starr. Shot was blocked. And the Seahawks clear. Yes, these Delaware sweaters are as impossible to read as it feels like they are from home. Kramer, pursued by Corey Levy, throws the puck across ice to Sager. Stars holding the point. Down front is Polchlepek. And Olensky completes this power play 5 for the Blue Hens. Corey Levy, outnumbered, stick handling in the Delaware end. Leaves the puck back to brother Kai. He pulls back to his own blue line and lofts the puck deep into the Delaware end. 15 seconds remaining on the Tabraham holding minor. And his UNC-Wilmington Seahawks hold a 6-3 lead over the Blue Hens. Lawson cut through the slot. Looked like he caught Olensky up high in a race for the puck. And UNC-Wilmington are back to full strength. Lawson to Doherty, to Roberts working up the middle. Levy foils the Delaware counterattack. He slams the puck off the near boards into the path of Carter Doherty, but it's taken away by Flom. Josh Flom steered by Kai Levy to the near boards. Stripped of the puck. Levy accelerating. Gets a shove in the back numbers from Oginski. His shot caught and held by Nick Waugh for a break in the action with 11 minutes and 37 seconds to go. UNC-Wilmington with a 6-3 lead over Delaware on this Friday evening, first half of our doubleheader tonight on the Delaware Hockey Network. Evan Oginski in for the draw. Across from Moses. Puck ended up caught on the webbing. Play whistle dead by Brent Kendall. We like to let things breathe every now and then. One, because we can't see numbers for anything. And two, to give you the whole Fred Rust Arena experience at home. Tabraham clears. Downey pressured by Pepe. Forced to change direction. Flom worked the puck up the left wing boards. Touch pass from Kramer to Stam. Stam net front feed intended for Brian Kramer. Swept away by Andrew Rodabaugh. We're nearing halfway in the third period. UNC-Wilmington with a 6-3 advantage over Delaware. Pepe won the race to the puck, but he was bodied off of it by Brendan Stam in a wide open slot otherwise. Levy sweeps in to recover the puck for Wilmington. Delayed penalty coming against Delaware. Kai Levy up the middle. You blink, you turn around, and there he is. And now we've got 2 penalties coming, as Savastano and Kendall both have their arms up for separate fouls. And it is going to be 5-on-3. As Sager and Milsarek both head off. A rarity. 2 penalties assessed for the same team in the same course of play for 2 separate infractions on 2 separate areas of the ice. So 5-on-3 for Wilmington for a full 2 minutes. Delaware penalties. Assessed to number 28, Chris Sager, 2 minutes for hooking. And number 2, CJ Milsarek, 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalties, 10 minutes, 2 seconds in the third period. Sager, 2 for hooking. Milsarek, 2 for high sticking, both at 10:02. The backhand from Pepe was wide off the Tabraham feed. Onze, Levy, back to Onze. Kai Levy stepping up, shot off the pads of Waugh, gaining the rebound and rifling it clear up the left wing boards was Aiden Starr, who heads off for a change. New trio of Delaware penalty killers: Stam, Fleming, and Downey. Kai Levy must have some set of lungs. Figure he's logged about 700 minutes of ice time alone today. The shot from Pepe was turned aside by Waugh. Levy tied up by Fleming. Trying to track down the puck was Doherty, but he couldn't make anything happen in close. 30 seconds to go on the 5-on-3 advantage for UNC-Wilmington. Their lead steady at 6-3 with 8:15 to go in the contest. Moses drop pass to Roberts. The one-timer came from Doherty, but it was blocked in net front traffic. Doherty again to Roberts. Across to Moses. Taking aim, but Waugh responds with the glove save and the hold with 8 minutes to go here at Fred Rust Arena. And UNC-Wilmington with a 6-3 lead over Delaware. The woes continue for this men's Division II squad. Who will host Montclair State tomorrow afternoon at 5:30. 3 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Graves overpowered in the circle, and Engelman pushes the puck just clear before Graves took it back. 2-on-2 on the re-entry. Bowman Graves shot. Caught and held by Waugh for another pause in play. 7:45 to go. (6-3) the advantage. UNC-Wilmington, and they win the attacking zone draw. Wagner protected the point. Loose puck in front. McManus leaves this to Sager. Cross ice feed. DeMasters accelerating up the right wing dots. He barrels in past Moresco. But the Seahawks back check. More than a half step quicker than Delaware. And driving back into Blue Hens territory came Caleb Schiavone. Flom slowed up at center. Graves tracks down the loose puck, and he drives it clear. 7 minutes to go. Engelman to DeMasters. Puck poke checked away by Doherty. Cuddy sets up the advance up the right wing boards. Lawson tied up. Cross-checked hard once, twice, thrice now by Sager. Another delayed penalty against the Blue Hens. High stick signaled by Brent Kendall. And making the trip back to his old familiar bench. Chris Sager off for the high stick. After only being gone 87 seconds, he's right back in the Delaware penalty box. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 28, Chris Sager, 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 13 minutes, 29 seconds in the third period. Sager, 2 for high sticking at 13:29. Corey Levy double teamed in the far corner. Gave way. Kai Levy recovered at center. The Seahawks re-enter. Kai Levy steered behind the cage by Buckman. He tried to center into the low slot. Nobody was home. Here come the Hens, 2-on-2, Variale. Drop pass back to Olensky. Angled by Tabraham to the near corner and subsequently stripped to the vulcanized rubber. Corey Levy leads the re-entry up the left wing boards. Kai Levy holding the line. Doherty to Levy. Back to Doherty. This comes. Cross slot past Corey Levy. Off the post. Almost. A 7th Seahawk goal. And the Blue Hens clear before Kai Levy tried to stick handle while waiting for the second power play wave to come on. In all seriousness, Levy's probably logged 40 minutes tonight. Just impressive. Stutter step from Roberts. Lawson trailing the play, took aim. And we're going to watch Nick Waugh's save again here on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. Wow. Another quick save from Waugh right off the draw, 4 seconds off the clock. And the face-off again coming to the left of Nick Waugh, with his Blue Hens trailing 6-3 to UNC-Wilmington this night. Moresco tries to cycle in the offensive zone, but the Hens clear and they're back to full strength. 4:20 to go. Moresco gets some help ahead from Graves to clear the zone. Delaware re-enter. Down 3. Stam with a takeaway. Puck is loose after the initial save from Weimer. Now it's tied up at the far corner of the Wilmington zone. 2 aside, 4 minutes to go. Oginski trying to dig the puck free there as well was Kramer. The quick shot from Stam was blocked. Follow-up chance, Fleming. Deeper in the zone. Denied as D'Andrea stepped up aggressively to confront him. This is going to come back an icing. 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go in regulation. Again, Delaware back home tomorrow against Montclair State. Game time 5:30. Tickets available at udelhockey.com. Is the only way to take in tomorrow's action is live and in color. Three and a half to go in what's been an absolute team effort for the Seahawks. A dozen Wilmington skaters with their names on the score sheet. Moses looking for a goal to go with his assist on Nolan Tabraham's tally to start the evening. 'Twas not to be. 3 minutes to go. Joey Engelman floats the puck ahead to Plank. Give and go. Engelman met by Kai Levy behind the net. This is picked up by Cuddy. Steered out of harm's way to Biagio Pepe. Cuddy joins him and fails to clear. Mielcerek held the zone. Chris Cuddy walks this to the middle. Long shot from Pepe. Steadied by Waugh for save number 40. Long shot the other side, and Pepe. Will be all for naught as play is halted. Interference coming up on Delaware's Brady Morrow. With 17:38 elapsed in the third period of this 6-3 game. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 3, Brady Morrow, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 17 minutes, 38 seconds in the third period. Morrow, 2 for interference at 17:38. Hens win the D-zone draw. Buckman, Kramer, Stam, and Starr The 4 on right now. Kai Levy to Roberts. Puck walked up the left wing boards and thrown in by Lucas Moses. Back behind the Delaware goal as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half of our DHN doubleheader. Lawson on the doorstep, failed on the redirect chance. Levy could not get through in close range. Back to Roberts this goes. Levy, cross ice feed to Moses. Final 65 seconds.
1 minute.
Doherty left the puck behind the Delaware goal. Kai Levy recovers at center. And in comes Moses again. His shot from distance caught and held by Waugh for the pause. We've come to the final 40 seconds. Olensky's shot blocked down by Weimer. Pepe gave up the zone and the cross ice feed to Tabraham. Morrow is back on. And the final 15 seconds of this game will be played with Delaware full strength. And conceding defeat to the UNC-Wilmington Seahawks. As Flom's going to let the final seconds tick away, and that will do it. Tonight's final score, UNC-Wilmington Seahawks 6, Delaware Blue Hens 3. Final shots on goal, UNC-Wilmington 49, Delaware 23. Fans, it's time for the 3 stars of the game presented by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky. Tonight's 3rd star, backstopping UNC-Wilmington to victory with 20 saves, number 29, Mitch Weimer. The number 2 star with a goal, an assist, and solid defensive play all evening. For UNC-Wilmington, number 4, Kai Levy. And the number 1 star of the game with the game-winning goal and an assist for UNC-Wilmington, number 17, Colin Roberts.
On behalf of the staff and management of the University of Delaware Ice Arenas and your University.
That will do it for us for the first half of our doubleheader. Once again, the final score, UNC-Wilmington 6, Delaware 3. The Seahawks improve to 12-1-0 on the year. The woes continue for the Blue Hens, dropping to 5-14-1. Our co-executive producer is Molly Jo Rosen. Our assistant producers are Broadway Joe Sindoni and Trey Wright. Our production assistant is Eli Swope. I'm James Witherite saying thank you for your company. Again, the final, UNC-Wilmington 6, Delaware 3. We'll be back at the top of the hour with the second half of our doubleheader. Salesianum and the Haverford School coming up next on the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the Law Office of Heather A. Long.